The second weekend for the Minecraft movie turned out to be a massive hit for the production, which is, God, man, like, here's the thing, okay? I don't want this movie to succeed. It's not because I've seen it and I don't like it. That's definitely not the case. But from what I'm hearing and definitely from what we're seeing inside these theaters, if this is going to be the staple moving forward, which is apparently what every creative in Hollywood is on about, I mean, this is yet another example, okay? And it's every single time that we see a hit coming out of Hollywood in recent years, what is the common rejoinder? Oh my God, this is successful. These studios are going to learn the wrong lessons from this. We seen it with Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, okay, cool. Paying homage and, giving characters and giving stories to those keys that you're jangling. Okay, justifying that. Okay, bringing back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn, making him a compelling villain on the same level that he was back in the early 2000s with the original Spider-Man movie. No. They just thought, oh yeah, we could just jangle some keys and, that'll just end up working out for you. They took that and they kicked the doors wide open for Deadpool and Wolverine. And they got rewarded to the tune of, $1.3 billion for that. But how many people look back on that film favorably? Oh, yeah, exactly. It got everybody excited. It got everybody going to the theater going, I remember that. And the same thing is going to happen with Avengers Doomsday, which now you have Captain Black Falcon America, man, coming out. And it's so funny, man. I might do something with that later this week, but just still, what he's coming out and saying right now that, guys, okay, I've seen what they're doing. I know what we're doing with Avengers Doomsday, and it's really going to give you that feeling, that old Marvel feeling. Bro, you couldn't even do that with your own movie, so why would I trust you with something that you're going to be in for about 5 minutes if we're going to be completely honest? Because, half of the Earth's population is confirmed to be in that fucking movie. So yeah, why would I take you at face value on that one? You couldn't do fuck all with your own movie. Why do I think you're going to be something contributing to that cluster? But running this back around to Minecraft, okay? This is going to set the tone for Slop. Okay, very profitable Slop, meaning that you're going to have other studios, very likely Warner Brothers included, which, yeah, there's a reason that they didn't after that catastrophic failure in 2024 with Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. There's a reason that they didn't want to just outright abandon video games, because there's so many delicious IPs that they can go out there and mine, and they're going to do that because they can mine those and they can craft a movie, and together they can Minecraft. I hate it. I hate all of it. Tell a story, have good characters, but no, instead of doing that, we'll just put Jack Black and other recognizable Hollywood star in there. For Minecraft, it's Jason Momoa. In the future, it'll be, I don't know, man, just make it even more of a soulless corporate slop fest. Put The Rock in the next Minecraft movie. Just go ahead. Oh, right, they already do that. That's the Jumanji movies, and there's a third one that's coming out next year. Jesus Christ, man. I hate this. I hate this so much. Because you have Warner Brothers executives, crediting the success of Minecraft to the power of creativity and the strength of great storytelling. Now, when we constantly say that they're going to take the wrong lessons from the success of this movie, those idiotic suits over at Warner Brothers don't even know why their movie succeeded. That's even more dangerous, and that's just further. I don't know. On one hand, I'm kind of happy that they're just taking all of the wrong. There's not even a proper way to describe it. They're just so fucking wrong about this movie, and they're going to learn everything wrong about the wrongness that they're taking away from this, and they're just going to hasten the collapse of the entertainment industry. Like, I can't even just say for movies, because the same thing's going to happen with gaming. You're just going to get more stultified bullshit. You're just going to get re-releases after re-releases. All of it's going to be costing $100, $110, $120. Nobody's going to be able to afford to play all of these fucking games that they keep on releasing, and then everything's just going to collapse in and on itself, and we're just going to be left with, I don't know, hopefully indie just really takes a step up, because when it comes to indie movies, they haven't really improved all that much. Let's keep it a buck. When it comes to indie gaming, I've seen Mahler and Az play this Blue Prince game a lot. Like a lot. It's not the type of game that I normally gravitate towards. Puzzle solving games is like, ugh. It's fun if it's a mechanic in a bigger game over the top of that. But I think the most clear-cut example of when a group of executives don't understand the shifting marketplace of their own industry, and it ends up just falling apart. You take a look at what's happening with music right now. Holy shit, man. When was the last time you turned on the radio? Number one. And when was the last time you looked at the Billboard Top 100, which used to be a very good standard and a very good bellwether for what's popular right now, and you take a look at that list and you recognize any of the names that are on there? All it is a bunch of disgusting female rappers and Taylor Swift. And you ask anyone to identify any of the tracks that are on that list, and they won't be able to tell you anything about them. But they get a lot of play on Spotify. Well, that's fantastic. And the Minecraft movie got a lot of butts and seats for a couple of weekends. But by the time that the fad wears off and that the memes on TikTok just shift and move on to something, I don't know, equally cringe, somebody starts planking on an actual chicken, or they try to eat as many Tide Pods so that they can explode like creepers. Like, I don't know what the hell they're going to be doing over there. This film's going to drop off, and eventually when we get another Minecraft movie, which is probably what it's going to be called, because if you think that creativity is just simply devoid when it comes to the people behind the cameras, when it comes to the people in the studio offices, they're even more bankrupt. And this is a part of this bigger story the Deadline has put together here. But yeah, Overheated reports quieted after a Minecraft movie did way better than anyone imagined, and quickly joined another surprise blockbuster. Yes, Beetlejuice is top priority. Sequels to go with other IP revivals from The Matrix to Practical Magic, Gremlins, and The Goonies. Long story short, for Warner Brothers, yeah, they're all pushing all their chips in on a sequel. They want another Minecraft movie. It is a top priority, and they're going to find out the law of diminishing returns is eternal. I'm just wondering, because I know that this was also battered around at the time, but I wonder what's going to come out first. Okay, are we going to get another Minecraft movie, or are we going to get Barbie 2? Because I thought that there were rumblings of that back in 2023 when it, hit big. Both of those are going to be a mere shadow of the originals. Okay, because let's get through the numbers. Let's get through the numbers on the Minecraft movie here, because yeah, now it's starting to get into the projection territory, but you take a look at the breakdown. You take a look at the breakdown between the domestic and the international numbers, and well, is it going to make $1 billion? It's possible. It's very possible, but normally when you get those big movies, you get the $1 billion, the $800-900 million movies, a lot of the heavy lifting gets done from international box office. That just hasn't happened here. And especially even though, China and them banning, US movies, so there's not going to be a theatrical release for Minecraft. I don't think so, at least at this point in time, over in China. And if it does, it's not like anybody has been really, pulling it in big time post-pandemic over in China. Like, it's been a point of diminishing returns for a very long time. So yeah, China just simply banning, the import of Western media, or maybe it's just movies. I got to delve a little bit deeper into that story, but it's just another signal that China doesn't want their paper-thin economy exposed anymore to the rest of the world. So by keeping all of their money and keeping all of their numbers close to the vest, they can continue to lie and say that, oh yeah, we got the biggest animated film of all time that you've never heard of before, and $2 billion ended up going into this. It's absolutely wild. It's kind of funny how they can, get away with doing that. But looking at the week 1 to week 2 drop off, yeah, 52%. That's not bad. They actually gained a handful of theaters, right? And looking at Friday to Friday drop off 64%, and then Saturday drop off 42%. That's actually really good. That is very good. Yeah, I'm picking up 26 additional screens and maintaining such a strong audience. That's a good sign, because until like Thunderbolts, don't make me laugh. That's not really going to have that much of a dent, but it all comes down to meme value. It really does for the Minecraft movie, because as it sits right now, it's the second highest grossing video game film of all time. Minecraft movie has made over $550 million globally so far. So yeah, that makes me sad. And while it's still possible that it could be a number one, you take a look at what is number one, and a film that is, across the board better than Minecraft. Like, it actually has characters. It actually has a story that it wants to tell. And you know what? Jack Black actually comports himself nicely in a role, showing that he can do something and not be totally cringe. But then just looking at that, right? Because yeah, you got the domestic box office, 574 million, 175 if Illumination and Nintendo would have left it in there for a little bit longer, would have been even bigger than that. But yeah, the international box office, I mean, you're doing what, 210? You're doing an additional $210 million worldwide, meaning that, yeah, okay, Minecraft could end up getting to that $1 billion mark, and I still think that it's more likely than not. But you also take a look at how, from wire to wire, Mario overperformed projections, and coming out of the second weekend, it had 353, okay, don't want to sell that short, $1 million domestically after its second weekend. Minecraft, after its second weekend, 278 million. Okay, so it's still at this point in time the biggest movie of 2025. I'm just wondering, for everybody who's causing a fuss in the theaters, are they even going to remember this film came out this year by the time that they can go and act like an asshole when they go, I know dinosaurs, and try to recreate the chicken jockey nonsense? Because now, well, I'm kind of thinking, like, the only reason that this film is as successful as it is right now is because, yeah, it's putting butts in seats, guys. Oh, it's not woke. It doesn't hate you, but it's still trash. You're supporting shit like this. You're supporting executives just giving the green light to slop. And you know what? This isn't an advocation for just continuing on the same track that we have been over the past 15 years with this ideological garbage. But this is, no, that's not raising that up, okay? This is just simply shitting on how bad the Minecraft movie is and the low effort storytelling that Hollywood thinks that they can get away with, that people will simply eat it up. So no, I don't think it's good that people are bringing live chickens and leaving them into theaters. No, I don't think that it's good that they destroy theaters by throwing shit at the screen when the pixels that I recognize and then the fat guy says the line. I don't think that's a good thing. But that's the thing. Okay, they cut this stuff off. You have Jack Black shows up at Minecraft screenings to impersonate theaters. Warning against routing behavior. No throwing popcorn. No chicken jockeys. Yeah, don't do any of that stuff. Don't do any of that stuff. They're in a catch-22 right now, okay, theaters right now, because yes, this is the only film that is bringing people to the cinema. Thunderbolts is going to be an absolute calamity in a couple of weeks' time when it comes out. Nobody's going to go to see that film. It's going to be one of the lowest, if not the lowest, openings in Marvel history. And what we're hearing coming out of Fantastic Four, why would anybody think that that's going to do a hell of a lot better? Thunderbolts is going to be rock bottom, but can Fantastic Four outperform Captain Black, Falcon, America Man? It'll be interesting to look at those projections. Other than just having prime timing, the last of the three big tentpole July films coming out, it has nothing else going for it. And as long as the actors associated with that production continue to run their mouths about it, nobody's going to be lining up for early access to that one. But I digress. That's just going to go ahead and reaffirm that, oh yeah, no, we can't have any of this woke stuff anymore. The era of woke is over. But if you continue to cheer on the destruction of cinema with these rowdy assholes coming in and just throwing popcorn, because that's the only takeaway that these kids have. Okay, it's like, oh yeah, I had a lot of fun at the Minecraft movie. Why was that? Oh, because we acted like assholes and trashed the place. Okay, cool, but what about the movie? Movie? Yeah, no, they only remember the experiences. They had good Minecraft vibes when they were at the cinema. It's a meme movie, and because it got hot on TikTok, that's why it's going to be a success. But because Hollywood is so fucking stupid, they're going to try to think that, oh yeah, no, we make video game movie. There's memes in video games. Kids are going to go to the cinema to see this stuff. We're just going to be stuck in this holding pattern, and more things that you love are going to get raped in order to try to turn a profit. Fantastic stuff. Can't wait until Sony and Square Enix enter a partnership to tell individual iterations of the Final Fantasy series on the big screen, or like how HBO is doing the Harry Potter books. Oh boy, we're going to be talking about that right next. Can't wait for all of this stuff to come out. Oh God. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.